How you doing? I'm Ryan, a student here at the Education School. And you spoke a bit about the importance of high expectations in your own life. And I wonder if this whole notion of the talented 10th has become antiquated, that in fact, like, we're setting low expectations and that, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that only a few of us, just the top of the surface, will make it out. And then we depend on them to come back and save the rest.
Yeah.
I wonder if you think that, Souls of Black Folks is one of my favorite books. I'm an alumnus of Morehouse, and we will often talk about, was Du Bois speaking to his time, and now we have to move beyond that or build upon that. And I just wonder if you could give a little bit of feedback there.
Great question.
It's a really great question, and it's a challenging question because I am mostly concerned. Look, not everybody is going to emerge to lead a corporation or to go to Harvard or to do the things that we think of as being in the forefront of America. Not everybody's going to emerge. By definition, some percentage of people, small percentage of people, are going to be, quote, at the top. So my concern has always been, how can we assure that that top is A, racially diverse, which we've had a problem with, of course, shows gender diversity, which we've had a problem with, and shows socioeconomic diversity. And I think that's actually the hardest one, because it's very easy, and this is why I don't think the concept of the talented 10th is necessarily dangerous if it's thought about in the right way, which is trying to not just identify people who are talented, but let people self-identify as talented and willing to work hard and to get to the top. And doing it in a way that doesn't count on having gone to a really fine kindergarten, followed by a really fine elementary school, followed by Exeter, which then gets you into Harvard, which can, by the way, be both gender and race neutral now. So we have the potential that we are going to have race, class conflated in a way that means socioeconomic diversity isn't being satisfied. And that's been my that's why I say, at a place like Stanford, I worry that itinerant farm workers' kid's not going to make it in. But the real question is, who identifies the talented 10th? Do they self-identify? One of the things we did with the Center for New Generation was we said you had to have a C average to get in. Right? We did not want this to be a talented 10th enrichment program. We wanted you to have a C average because that showed you were somehow trying, and you needed a teacher recommendation because we wanted kids who weren't going to be disruptive. So one little boy named Oscar kept showing up at the center every day. Center was from 3 to 6 every day. So imagine this. These kids do after-school education 3 to 6 every day. So Oscar shows up every single day. And finally the teacher says, Oscar, you weren't selected for the center. And he says, well, Mrs. Bailey, I know why I wasn't selected for the center. I am what they call a behavior problem. He said, but he's 10 years old. He says, but I wouldn't be a behavior problem in the center because I like what you do. So obviously Oscar's in the next day, right? But I use this story because you have to be a bit careful about selecting that talented 10th and continually replicating the same lines into the talented 10th. I think that's the danger with the concept.
Thank you.